The ceiling fans? They're very attractive.
What a piece of junk!
She'll make 0.5 past light speed. She may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts, kid. I've made a lot of special modifications myself.
Satellite tracking continues.
Information's out there. All you have to do is let it in.
The Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
Clickety-click.
Crank up the music. Keep an eye on the back.
This presentation is provided to you to amuse or entertain and not to conform or inform. The content on this channel should not be used to replace professional, financial, medical, or legal advice. All footage taken and used from public sources falls under the fair use of the Digital Millennial Copyright Act of 1998. Therefore, no breach of privacy or copyright has been committed. This show is substantially sourced, not affiliated with any community, club, fraternity, or gang. Your cat may vary. I say, moo. A friend of mine asked me why my chicken coop only has 2 doors in it. I said, well, that's easy, because if it had 4 doors, it would be a chicken sedan.
tracking continues.
Wow. Wow. Hey, everybody. Whoop, whoop. It's Friday night. We made it again. We're on the right side of the grass. Some of us are more exhausted than others, but we're here. So glad you could all make it. Let's see. First thing I need to do is find the right button.
Clickety click.
Hey, everybody. Good to be seen by you all. Got my shirt on and got my pillow ready. It's upside down there. And welcome. Thanks for coming again and hanging out with us on a Friday night. I see a lot of familiar faces. I see some older faces that I haven't seen in a while, and I'm so happy to see if I can say this right. Pyridoxine oxide. I've never had. It's never been easy for me to say his name. He's the one that did that opening thing with the satellites, and I use it all the time. I love it. It's fantastic. And so good to see you, sir. And what do we got? We got Flat Earth Cat from Melted La Palma. Nice. and Dennis is over on Rockfin as always. Good to see you over there. And we've got Curtis here, and of course Melanie's here. Where's her thing here?
Melanie, it's all your fault.
And Averbilly, all kind of Jamie's here. Boy, all the fun. It's a fun crowd. And what is this? Free Canada? All right, I'll get behind that. Sure, why not? And it's happening, and some are even more exhausted. Yeah. So, yeah, but we made it. I every time I think about not doing a show, then I get that one letter, that one email from someone saying, I can't wait. And so here we are. Where is it? I know Jen's here. She loves this.
So here we are.
But yeah, where are we at here? Boy, there's all kinds. This chat's flying. It's good to see you all, and you're all awake and ready to go. Jenny says she's here, so that's good. You're accounted for. And where are we at? Is that everything? And JS from Boston is here with is that the Paul Revere statue, I think, where I've talked about this, that never happened now? Like, he's a complete facade, Paul Revere. If you look him up now, he gets captured before the riot in Lexington. They steal his horse, and he ends up walking into town. It was all over. So there's that. And free Britney Spears, sure, why not? And what do we have here? Toilet papers and Targets. Hi, Jen. And Veronica, welcome. And well, there's just so many. There's so many. So Mark, good to see you. And what? Someone's from Issaquah. It's near our neighborhood out here, huh? Olive Juice, good to be here. Of course, Pants On has no belt. Good to see you. There we go. Smig is from Issaquah. That's who it is, Jeannie. It's Smig. So good to see you, Smig. And where are we at? I think I did catch everyone. I think everyone that's filing in. So yeah, there's a whole trail there in Boston. I know. Go look at it. Go read the story. It's fascinating. They're literally changing history in front of us, and no one notices. And if that story's always been a lie, and it wasn't like, say, a Mandela effect, if that story's always been a lie, why are they taught it? Why are they still teaching it? I believe they are, unless they've changed. I mean, I'm not in school now, but it's just kind of a weird thing. Oh, and pyridoxine oxide is Puyallup. See, I know how to say that because I live in Washington. Most people would say Puyallup. So. Yeah, I didn't know that either. Isn't that something? Yeah. And Don't Step on Me. Stephanie's here. And let's see. They get everyone. Mason Melt's waving. And people are giving you some love down there, Jeannie. And yeah. So why is Joy cold? You're saying burr. Oh, my God. It's 9 degrees in Minnesota. What do I have for that? That's crazy.
That makes no sense.
That's nuts. Wow. And I was complaining. We were complaining here because what is it, like in the 30s? 35, which I thought is cold, but 9 is nuts. That's not even, shouldn't even be real for temperature outside. Just saying. So yeah. So, we're on the high end of the lows, Jeannie. You got market at 16 in Indianapolis. Everyone's now telling me their weather reports. That's kind of fun. So.
Will it be snowing anywhere for anyone?
The silent wife would like to know if it's snowing for anyone yet. Okay, this one's ridiculous. It's -9 in Ontario for the puppet of Pastor Muppets. That's their thumbnail. Yeah, Shampoo must be frozen too. Oh, and I'm already getting comments on your soap and conditioners. So, and for those that you don't know, I'll throw that in there just as a nice segue. My wife makes the best natural soaps that you'll ever want to use. They're very lathery and natural products in them. You don't have all these fake chemicals and stuff. And let's see. Someone asked me, do they have the ingredients and stuff? And I'm pretty sure it's listed on here. But pretty much most of the ingredients, it's just, coconut oil is the main ingredient in a lot of soap. So, but anyways, these are great. And they make good Christmas gifts too. So just saying, throwing that out there for anyone's interested. Link is in the description and probably in the chat soon if Melanie uses a wrench correctly instead of incorrectly, Melanie. All right. Shit. Where are we at?
Incorrectly.
Yes, the incorrectly. Yes. Okay, here you go. We got some reports. We got snow in Indianapolis.
Oh.
We got snow in northern Ontario. Yeah. And let's see. What else do we have? Is any more snow? Snowing in New Hampshire. All right. Where's New Hampshire? Does that even exist? Excuse me. All right. Oh, here's the hot area, 49 and clear in the desert, 16 alpha says. So, yeah, it's pretty cold. But not compared to these other people that are like 9 and stuff. So, oh, you got your soap too. Excellent. And, and thank you, Melanie. She put her thing in there. Jeannie soaps are the best. Isn't she the greatest? Yes. I am very blessed to have her here. And for people that are wondering, I had somebody mention, did I bring it up here? Yeah, I shot a video once. And I was shooting this bookcase, and in it has all these different books. I mean, that's where you usually keep books, is in a bookcase, whatever. And in it there was this one book, and I couldn't help but focus on it because it's called The Silent Wife, and that's where that all comes from. Is because it just happened. And she does a lot more talking now. But when I first started, she was not talking much at all, and every once in a while she'd say something down there, and just really threw me off. It's wonderful. And so that's where that comes from, in case anyone's wondering. Is Manchester in New Hampshire? I don't know, because I'm an American and we don't know our geography that well. And okay, so what else? Is that everything? Really? The Mount Kia on Hawaii has snow. So that's something. I didn't know they ever got snow. But what happened to global warming? I thought it's supposed to be the opposite. That their volcanoes are supposed to be blowing off. So, and in central Florida, there's liquid snow. So there we go. Otherwise known as rain. Okay. All right. So good to see everybody that's filling in the room here. And let's see. We have a few things to discuss with you all. Who's we? Let's see. What do I have here? Where is it? Can I find it? I can never find. That's how this works on this show. Well, we'll just run without it. That's the way this works. Silence? Yeah. All right, here we go. We'll throw this out there.
Breaking news with Ceiling Fan Man. Take it away, Ceiling Fan Man.
So this happened yesterday on Thanksgiving. I've been doing this live show for 3 years or whatever, and I'm obviously shadow banned, but I'm very grateful. I finally hit this number. It's quite, for me, it was quite an event, and it's really exciting, to see that number. So I'll just do this. So thank you all, because obviously I couldn't do this without all of you, because that's how this all works. That's what a subscriber is. And so what a wonderful number to finally hit. And what's interesting too, tonight I wanted to stream on Twitter. I took over my wife's Twitter page because she had way more followers than I did. And so I'll start streaming on there, but I'm going to have to update it or upgrade it in order to do that, because I have a lot more followers there than I do on Rockfin. And I'll probably just, what I'll do is, there's not many people that watch me live on Rockfin, so I'll probably just, after the show's over in the future, I'll just upload it there the same night, so you really won't miss anything over there. But I'll try to get some more peeps in here, and so that's the way we're going to try to do it here. So once again, so happy, and thank you all for the support that you've shown us over these years. And as we continue to grow together, let's go to 5,000. Yeah. So, all right, what's next? Oh, I thought I'd share with you the Ceiling Fan Man dinner. I'm only in charge of 3 things: the turkey, the gravy, and the mashed potatoes. And I'm proud to say the turkey came out beautiful. The delicious, thank you. And the gravy was wonderful. And the mashed potatoes were so good, they were gone. And I made a lot. And they were, let's see. And my wife makes her own rolls. Sorry to do this to everyone, but this is, it's an amazing thing that she can do, the baking processes that she has here. This was brought in by one of our daughters-in-law. This is deviled eggs. And as you can see, before I took the picture, most of the tray was already gone. And isn't that a funny thing? If someone said, I want you to eat like 4 eggs, most people are like, I'm not doing it. But you cut them open, you push this stuff inside it, and then they just can't stop eating them. They were literally gone, I think, in like 10 minutes. So, and then this was a cheese ball and cracker platter that was homemade, and it was delicious. So that was another daughter-in-law that brought that. And then this is a little example of the spread. You can see there's my mashed potatoes, and this was this homemade cranberry sauce, and this is like an ambrosia salad and a sweet potato pie and stuffing, and I'm not sure what's underneath there. And then green bean casserole. Oh, there it is. God, it was delicious too. And what's really funny about that too is Jeannie went to the store to get those like Funyun things, and whatever, how much were they, like $6 or something for a tiny can? And she said, screw that. She came home, she cut up onions, and she just fried them herself, and it was even better. So there we go. That's what the bird looked like, all cut up. And yeah, so it was a wonderful dinner, a great time with family. It's a great holiday because it's surrounded by eating and family. And so what a glorious time, what a fun time. And if you're able to have any type of family Thanksgiving, you're blessed. It really is. It's such a blessing. So, and then when I told you that I took over my wife's Twitter account, she had a quote on her Twitter, which I kept. And the quote was, by the grace of God, I am what I am. And I said, who said that? Popeye. And she laughed at me. She goes, that's in the Bible. And I was like, I didn't remember that. And you go to 1 Corinthians 15:10, and sure enough, there it is. So Popeye stole it from Paul, just so you know. Like everything else in this world, it's all plagiarized by the Bible. The book nobody wants you to read, but everyone else is reading it and quoting from it, including your Saturday morning cartoons. So there's that. Okay. What else do I have on this? Oh, that was pretty funny. I need more friends. Me, I say myself, yeah. So that was pretty funny. I show my affection for my pets by holding them against me and whispering "I love you" repeatedly as they struggle to escape from my arms. I don't know if that sounds like you, but that's definitely our experiences, it seems. And that's the early Christians, and then Christians later. Where's my guy? Oh my goodness. I crack myself up. I've always told my kids that, like, these jokes are for me. If anyone else laughs, it's just a little extra bonus. So, okay. And this one I thought was, the Venn diagram. Was it Kamala? She's not even around any. Well, actually, she is a little bit, but that was her favorite thing, the Venn diagrams. And so this one in the very middle is put your hands up. And if you go out to this side, bank robbers say, everyone on the floor, give me your money, put your hands up. And over here is DJs. Everybody on the floor, put your hands up. Are you with me? And over here is preachers. Give me your money, put your hands up. Are you with me? So that's another funny, I think. And what's next? Yeah, this is the show, people, just so you know. Yeah, and we're going to talk about these people that are here to save us. We discussed it in a couple of times now. I've discussed it a few times, but these are the people. They're coming to save you. He wears a Baphomet costume, and his mother's don't even look her up. And then we got, he's always wearing this stuff right in your face. And hey, but he's here to save you. So I'm glad that you voted for him, or no, whatever. He's gonna look over the government and find out where they're wasting money. And the company that they call it is Doge. I mean, come on, that's the name of his fake dog for the Bitcoin he has. And by the way, ever since Trump got in, his stock and his Bitcoin goes up. Shocking. Next. That does not even look like a real human. I don't know. I'm just saying. That doesn't look like a normal. I'm not trying to body shame. I'm trying to body question what is going on there. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. His stomach should be here, and this is his chest expanding. Like, is there an alien about to pop through? That's about all I could think of. There's no other explanation for this photo. But yeah, so there's the guy. What's that? He's starting to look like his truck. Oh, nice. See? So, so whoops. Let's see. Now we don't want to leave the studio. Let's see. There we go. And this one I just found hilarious. In 1920, an 8-year-old Samuel Reshevsky played chess with several chess masters at once, and he lost every single game. Oh my goodness. All right, what's next? Is that all of them? Well, just to be perfectly clear, these gifts are for your birthday and Christmas. For anybody with a birthday in December, you've heard that, I'm certain. So, yeah, Elon looks like he's 6 months pregnant, but the baby's carrying very high. So that means he has twins? Where is it? Does that mean he has twins if he's that high? Is that how that works? I don't know. What do I know? It's a boy? That means he has a boy. He's having a boy. So, all right. Let's see. What else? Yeah, here you go. Cognitive Dissonance 101. Did you get, stuck? No. Will you put a chip in your brain? Absolutely not. Do you support Stuck Daddy and Captain Brain Chip? Yes. And don't forget, RFK's eating McDonald's and telling you he's going to stop poisoning your food. So there's that. Yeah, so this is what happens when you get a new ex-follower. Let's see. What's next? Yeah, voting, giving adults the illusion of control. That's exactly it right there. And this one was a new rabbit hole for me. Jen, have you looked into this? This one's nuts. So just like we've discussed before, when you go to a museum and you see dinosaur bones, they're all fake. They're all plaster cast, and the supposed real dinosaur bones are downstairs in a vault but they've actually don't have any like full skeleton dinosaurs. It's all BS. They just create it from like 5 bones and a piece of I don't even know, like dirt, and then they create this dinosaur, you know. And it turns out that the Pompeii figures that I grew up thinking that were like people that were stopped right in their tracks and covered in molten lava, and then they've frozen in time. That's all BS. They're plaster. Once again, first of all, you have a cartoon. So what have we told you on this channel? Be wary of cartoons, because when you see cartoons, there's tomfoolery going on in my mind. Nothing good comes from cartoons, except the ones when I grew up, you know, but those are all just programming. But yeah, isn't that something? So they're actually, these statues are supposedly, allegedly, they found this hole in the ground and they said, hey, why don't we pour cement in here and see what happens? And like everything else in the satanic world, where does he decide to pour the cement? Through the anus. I mean, why? Couldn't he start at the head? Why do you have to go over here? But that's just how this all works. So when you see these things and you're in awe, they're not real, like everything else in this world. Yeah, Groot, Pompeii hoax, says I am Karos. Exactly. So, yeah. So that's the thing. Fake as F, right, Jen? Exactly. Yeah, and Mr. C, everything you and I grew up with was theoretical science and archaeology, and they say fun fact, but they're not facts. They're all theories and cartoons and fake plaster Paris casts. You have no idea that someone found a hole in the ground and said, hey, why don't we put a funnel and see what we get if we pour cement in it? It makes no sense, obviously, like everything else. So one more thing that we need to look into, how fake it is. But there you go. Isn't it? It's liberating to know how they've had to lie about everything. Yeah, I mean, the stuff that I know now that I didn't even know just a few years back. It's mind blowing when you actually are step outside of this matrix and you see all the nonsense going on. And there's people that have like learned this stuff, but then fall back into it. That's how programmed we are. There's people actually thinking that Trump and all these people are here to save us, and that they're outside of the machine, and he's here to bring down the elites. He's an elite. What the heck? Come on, people. So yeah, Pompeii's fake. And if your favorite Oasis song will tell a lot about you. For example, if you have a favorite Oasis song, you probably have a bad taste in music. Oh, sorry for all you Oasis fans and you REM fans. You could change this out to REM if you want to. And okay, new Mandela effect for me. I don't know if you're all familiar with this, but if I was to ask you how many sides the Great Pyramid Giza had, I would assume you'd say 4, because that's what I've known my entire life. But if you look it up now, it's always had 8. 8. This isn't a doctor photo. You can go look it up yourself, and you can only see it from an aerial view or certain times of the day when the lighting hits it. But there is a divot on each one of the sides of this pyramid. Just saying. So isn't that weird? I mean, I know there's other people that thought they always had 4, but yeah, it's got 8 now. It's pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. Well, thank you. Ella says, love me some CFM. Love you too, Ella. All right. So let's get out of that. That's enough of that nonsense. Do some more nonsense. Okay. So yeah, isn't that wild about the pyramid? That's just really weird. Yeah, C4. That's what I remember. So yeah, no freaking way. So there we go. Got it. Okay. You're filling holes with plaster. So far, nothing. So yeah. And you call bullshit. Oh, I can do that. Let's see. I can call bullshit.
Bullshit!
There we go. Hey, Ryan, good to see you. Oh, gosh. Have you seen Sarah in a while?
Yeah,
She's outside. If we can corral her in, I'll get her up here. Haven't done any karate with her. She's not interested in the camera anymore. It's really funny. She's just done with it. Every time I bring it around her, she just stops doing what she's doing, or she walks away. So we'll get her eventually. She can't avoid me forever, right? So let's see. Oh, and then Ryan Pants on saying, don't forget the bottom. So there's 9. Well, okay. All right. But we don't see that. But you're right. Technically, you're right. Yeah. And crazy. You're siding with crazy, John. Just so you know, Pants on, he's crazy. He can't hear me when I do this. So, okay. So, all right. Let's see. I didn't, there's differences between the encyclopedias before the 50s. Huh? I don't have any of those, but we'll keep an eye on it. So, okay. So what do we have here? All right. What's next? And yes, Mark, we'll discuss. I've said that before, but isn't that interesting? Because they make you think MAGA was Trump. And as it turned out, Reagan used it first in the 80s. And so they just recycled it. But the original person that used it, of course, was the Church of Satan. It's the highest known witch, not warlock, witch. So that says something there too. So I know she cares about you. She's just, she got too big, you know, and she doesn't do TV anymore. She's shooting for movies, I guess. So let's see. All right. All right, Ryan, that's enough out of you. These are my fans. Yeah, and then of course she joins in, of course. So no, don't run. He's actually a nice crazy. He's fine. Okay, let's see. Where should we go from here? Let's go back up here. Clickety click. Go over here and here. And if you're wondering why it took a while for the thing to load this evening, is because I was trying to run the Twitter thing and it didn't work, and so I threw Rockfin on there really fast. So I was actually impressed with the speed I was able to put that show together with. Doesn't have to impress any of you, just me. Okay, so where are we at here? So eventually it'll be on here. This is the Twitter page. The description is the link and stuff. It's in the here, I'll put it in the chat too. It's in the description of the show and stuff now. And clickety click, put it there. And anybody over on Rockfish? Got Jetpack Jones and Dennis, of course, and I'll throw it in there. So that's my Twitter page, and I'm going to be live streaming from there. And I don't know, maybe do some other things over there eventually. So that's Twitter. That is the soap store. Thank you for all the purchases and all the donations and love. And I thought I'd continue on the turkey thing. First, there's just nothing better than people messing up their turkeys.
Time frying a turkey. Stay inside, please. Stay inside.
Stay inside. Right. Get inside right now.
There's nothing better than love and family and friends. Get inside. Okay, and then of course, how do you ruin your Thanksgiving? You deep fried turkey and don't know what you're doing. This got popular just a few years back, and it seems like, can anyone do this correctly? I don't know. I've seen one person do it correctly in real life, but the rest of this is nightmare. It's the stuff. I think I just dipped.
You're burning
Is this 4th of July or Thanksgiving?
We got a burnt turkey.
There you go. You know, that's even worse than the one on Christmas Vacation.
Come here, girl. Hurry up.
I mean, that one's gonna take the house, don't you think? That's nuts. God, people.
Hurry up. Kill the fucker.
How do they get a fire in their oven? And I think this one's almost my favorite. They take it out and then for some reason this genius decides, well, it's not going to get cooked unless we put it back in the fire. I mean, why? Why would you do that? It's already on fire. So there you go. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I hope yours was okay and you didn't blow up things. Yeah, shove it back in. Like, why? Yeah, so weird. People are ridiculous. All right, what's next? Only some of you will understand this. My wife sent me this, and I immediately laughed because I know what it is. But here's the $24,000 question. If you saw that, would you know what the proper response is? Because I'll tell you what the proper response would be.
What?
I'm glad you asked. You go like this, because that's what she did in the show as it went by. And if you don't know, oh, there we go. Laverne and Shirley. See, we already got a winner. That's Joy. So, yeah, it's pretty funny. Okay. All right. What's next? It only takes one slow walking person in the grocery store to destroy the illusion that I'm a nice person. Right? Truer words I think have never been said. So there's that. Haas and Pfeffer Incorporated. There you go, Groot. You're right. You're right. That's pretty impressed that you know how to spell that without looking it up. Did you look that up? And then talk about impressive. Here's a British crow, because you know I think certain birds are sus. This is a British crow asking people if they're okay.
You all right, man? You all right? You all right? You all right? I'm all right. You all right? You all right?
He's very concerned. So, what a nice crow. So, but it kind of looks like a penguin. And if that wasn't enough, I came across, I've seen this before, but it came across my desk again. I actually sent it to JT. Shout out to JT if you're watching. And he had the proper response. Like, what are you kidding me? This is supposedly a real eagle called the harpy eagle, and its wingspan is 7.5 feet. And to me, it just looks like a dude in a costume, you know, like some kind of Illuminati party head. But I don't know. I don't know if I even want to deep dive on this one. I've got my hands full with pandas and pigeons, so I don't think I want to take on another animal. But if I was gonna, I think it might be this one. Right, Melanie? All right. Get a little more coffee here. That's a slow pour. There we go. Okay, what's next? Yeah, it's one big bird, and it's not a nice big bird because it's chained. You see that? It's in shackles. It looks like he wants to think how to get out of him and kill this guy. Is what I see. It just looks kind of evil. Anyways, all right. And then some of you all get way too crazy with your filters. Just saying. Yeah, barn owls are scary enough, but that thing's nuts. So, yeah, calm down on the filters. You don't all have to look like you're like 10 years old or whatever. Just saying. What's next? The ultimate chick flick. 2 women fighting over a pair of shoes. Huh? Come on. That's good comedy right there. I wish I had wrote that joke. That's pretty good. And I watched the whole thing on this. They said, who is the actual evil person in this movie? And there's a good, what do you call it? Like it was the fact is that Glenda, the good witch, is most likely the worst person in this, because she has Dorothy steal this lady's sister's shoes that were given to her by her mother or whatever, and then figures out a way to get Dorothy to also kill her. And then the wizard, of course, as soon as he's found out, he gets on a balloon and flies away. And then she lets her know she had the power to get home all the time was in the shoes she was wearing, and didn't tell her. She made sure that Dorothy took out all of her competition and then sent her home. So now Glenda is like in charge of the whole realm. So, you know, in the upside down world, I think Glenda the good witch is actually the evil person in that story. You know, it's just another alternative view, but I like it. What's next? When you're gonna go pay for cash nowadays? I totally feel like that.
All right, your total's $49.24. Go ahead and tap when you're ready. Oh, I have cash.
I have one of those scales, of course, because my hair. And here you go. This is the kicker. Right? Is that something? That's pretty funny. And I have to stop these things and talk in them because otherwise, you know, people get upset on YouTube. But pretty funny still. And the fact that it looks like they did this at a Target, that's pretty amazing. Did they really let him put in a buggy? It's kind of funny. So, anyways, that was, I think, my most favorite part when he tells him he needs to pay with that. All right. Anybody that wants that, I will. Where is it? I will clickety click it into the chat if you want to look at that later. There it goes. Clickety click in there, and I'll throw it over here to you, Rumble people, and I'll throw it in there. Clickety click. Isn't that funny? It's always like you gotta hit live on it. Okay, there we go. Let's see what's next. Congratulations, you played yourself. The first wave of feminism, we want to be equal to men. The second wave is we don't need men. The third wave is we are men. And the fourth wave is we are women. Right? I mean, I'm not, that's all true right there. So just saying. And then to go alongside with that, talk about how they've completely duped us. They've convinced an entire society, this scam, to pay someone else to raise your own children while you go to work to be able to pay for them to raise your children. Right? That's what's going on here. They had to make sure that they had all the households, a two-income household, because the tax man wasn't getting anything off of stay-at-home moms, and they want to double the income tax. So they forced all of them to think that just stay-at-home mom taking care of the children and the family and the farm or whatever, the household, and making it. You know, I say this all the time here. I live in a house and my wife makes it a home, because without her, it would just be an empty box and probably be full of garbage and pizza boxes. And so they've convinced this new generation that you're not worthy unless you're working, unless you're equal to a man working. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with raising children. It's a blessing that you get to do that. And the fact that nowadays most people are realizing that the education system is there's a lot of garbage and nonsense in there. Homeschooling is on the rise. And so now you can also not only raise your children yourself, you can teach them an education, and you can teach them your morals and values instead of random person doing it. Because a lot of times in classrooms, they don't even allow the parents to come in and see the lessons. So you really don't know what's going on when your children are away from you in school. And, you know, I thought this was all the right way to do things too. You know, I was programmed. I thought everyone had to go away and get a college education. You're finding out now, like Google itself said that they don't really hire people with college educations on average. They hire more people without them. People that go to trade schools are doing really well now, but people that are going away these 4-year colleges and getting these degrees in like psychology, for I don't know, just all these, they have so many different like specialized things that you really can't get a job with, and then they end up not using the degree and being in debt. Whereas had they, done other things, and they probably in a much better situation in life and a lot happier. So it's all part of the scam. I bought into it too, but I'm here to help people snap out of it and hopefully break the cycle, and realize that you're getting played. You're getting played. Why would you want someone else, especially the people you see on the news and Twitter and whatever you watch, what they're talking and acting like? Why would you want them influencing your children? Why do you want teachers teaching your grade schoolers about sexualization and things to do with that? Why would you want that? You wouldn't do that in your house. You wouldn't have a stranger walk by and talk to your kid like that. That's a groomer. But when you put a teaching degree behind them on a wall, they're a teacher. No, it's wrong, and we need to. It's not like you're going to wake up everyone and we're all going to stop this. You just have to do it on a case by case. The right person's going to see this or what I'm talking about and look into it themselves and change their life, because that's all you really can do. No matter what goes on in the world, you can change yourself, you can change your immediate area and your influence on the people that right around you. And that's it. When you go outside of that bubble, you go to another state or another country, or you have no influence over that. You have no influence over the who's the president of the United States. You have no influence over you have no influence over any of that. But you do have influence over your family. And it's time for us to start realizing that and taking that power back. So there's that. Okay, what's next? Yeah, it's the Rothschilds funded the agenda to have women working, and they're the ones that, public education. And I've talked about this before. It's like they say, what's that? Not Charles Schwab, Klaus Schwab. He says you'll own nothing and be happy. We're already there. People are waiting for that to happen. We're already there. You own a house, even if you pay it off, if you don't pay the taxes, they take it away from you. You own a car and you don't pay your registration and insurance, they take it away from you. Or they could just take it away from you because they didn't like your driving. You have a child, and not only do they, birth certificate, Social Security and all that and get them ready for paying taxes, if you don't send them to school, or someone says that you looked at your child in a funny way, they take it away from you. So you don't even own that in this society. So the only thing we can do is take back our own power. I sound like Kamala, but we have to. That's all we can do. And it's not a matter of where you think you can convince everyone around you. Just do your thing, and maybe by example. That's how God teaches. We lead by example. And so if you see that it's working for you and other people see that, then maybe they'll look into it too and change their lives. That's all we can ask for. That's all we can do. We can't change it. You can't convince anyone to do anything they don't want to do. You can just show them the way, and then they can choose it or not. That's called free will. So, okay, where are we at? And here we go about the MAGA thing we were talking about. Breaking news. Donald Trump pledges to identify as a woman for one day in January. Will make him the first female president of the United States. Yeah, so there's that. That's the guy coming to save you, all. That's the guy coming to save you. Excuse me. That guy and this guy, Joe Rogan. Everyone's touting Joe Rogan. Oh, he's the guy. He speaks the truth, and everyone's discussing Joe Rogan like they've forgotten that he's part of the machine too. But that's okay. He tells you right in front of you. He's a dragon believer. So there's that. So just saying. This is Trump's new Surgeon General, right? The guy that's coming to save us. This is his new Surgeon General.
Hey guys, you'll be happy to know that the CDC has updated its guidelines. If you've been exposed to someone who tested positive for coronavirus.
Oh, we don't want to hear that.
and you are symptom free after 10 days, then you are cleared to go back to work. If you are symptom free for 7 days with a negative COVID test, then you're also free to go back to work. But the baseline remains that you should still monitor your symptoms, wear your mask, and practice social distancing.
Well, there you go. See? Meet the new boss, same as the old boss, right? Who? We're back to the owl conversation. Yeah, there you go. This is your cabinet coming in, people. Yoo-hoo, we won. How about this guy?
Various issues just before we started. You said you were up till 4 in the morning?
Yeah,
so,
actually a little more like 5 in the morning. But
okay.
We got the XAI data center, or supercomputer center, training from beginning installation to start of training in 19 days, which is the fastest that anyone has ever gotten a supercomputer to train.
So he's talking about his supercomputer and about how it's the fastest ever and it's like incredibly intelligent, I guess.
And is that in that new building off the side?
That's in Memphis, actually.
It's in Memphis?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's where you were?
Yeah.
In Memphis. He's in Memphis. Now listen to what he says here.
See.
Memphis, the capital of ancient Egypt.
Right.
Memphis is the capital of ancient Egypt. What an interesting thing for him to mention.
Right. Yeah, you're bringing what?
Perhaps that's where our new God will come from.
Yeah, no.
Did you catch that? I'll rewind it so you can see it. He then says, perhaps that's where our new God will come from. Are you all listening? Is this on? Can you hear me? Elon Musk, your savior, along with Trump, is saying that's where our new God will come from.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Yeah, I wish that was funny.
And that guy even says, I wish that was funny. And then, like a scene right out of Cape Fear, listen to Elon.
Yeah, okay, so I want to talk to you about alignment.
I wish that was funny.
Yeah, right.
He's just laughing his ass off.
About alignment.
I wish that was.
Anyways, so just so you know, Elon. Let's see, what's next? Oh, and here's the other savior. RFK is going to save us from poisons, right? This guy's going to save us from poisons. Are you ready, people?
And I was at the bottom of my class.
Anyways, it's hard to listen to this guy, but we'll go with this, okay?
And I was at the bottom of my class. I started doing heroin. I went to the top of my class.
Did you hear that? He was at the bottom of his class, and then he started doing heroin and went to the top of his class.
Suddenly I could sit still. And I could read, and I was at the bottom of my class. I started doing heroin. I went to the top of my class. Suddenly I could sit still.
Yeah, the model of health. Good to see you, JT. Yeah, isn't that so? These are our saviors. These people are voting these people in and excited that they're coming in. It's crazy. It's wild how good this deception is, because people that really are awake to these things still fall into it. It's nuts. And this is the one thing I do like. I can't wait for your President Trump saying China again. Freaking love it. I had a commercial that I did a long time ago for a mug. And I used his China in it. Where is it? We haven't seen this in a while. Where is it? It's one of these. Anybody else see it? Here it is.
Get rid of that old mug. It's garbage. It's garbage. You want to drink out of a ceiling fan mug. Brand new from Ronco. The ceiling fan man mug. Get yours today. Have you ever dreamed of going to space? Well, you can because it's fake. But you can get your very own ceiling fan mug. Proudly made in the exotic land of China.
China.
Your ceiling fan man mug can hold cold liquid, hot liquid, granola, the TV remote. It can even stop a door from closing. Get yours today. Each ceiling fan man mug comes with a commemorative box. Order now and become your own legend by ordering a ceiling fan man mug today. And if you order the next 10 seconds, we'll include show notes crumbled up and autographed by ceiling fan man himself.
There's more. But wait,
Any orders of 66 or more will get an exclusive personalized NFT of ceiling fan man eating cereal. The ceiling fan man mug. Get yours today. Don't be a loser.
Satellite tracking continues.
There you go. Oh, did you get an echo? Oh, that's because I was screen sharing. Sorry, you got an echo. I was screen sharing. I can play it again if you want, but maybe later. I apologize. So commercial so nice you hear it twice. All right, bad echo. Fine. JC doesn't know this one, so here I'll do it. It's only a minute long. You guys have to sit through it one more time. So there. And
Get rid of that old mug. It's garbage. You want to drink out of a ceiling fan man mug. Brand new from Ronco. The Ceiling Fan Man mug. Get yours today. Have you ever dreamed of going to space? Well, you can't because it's fake, but you can get your very own Ceiling Fan Man mug. Proudly made in the exotic land of China.
China.
Your Ceiling Fan Man mug can hold cold liquid, hot liquid, granola, the TV remote. It can even stop a door from closing. Get yours today. Each Ceiling Fan Man mug comes with a commemorative box. Ooh. Order now and become your own legend by ordering a Ceiling Fan Man mug today. And if you order in the next 10 seconds, we'll include show notes crumbled up and autographed by Ceiling Fan Man himself.
But wait, there's more.
Any orders of 66 or more will get an exclusive personalized NFT of Ceiling Fan Man eating cereal. The Ceiling Fan Man mug. Get yours today. Don't be a loser.
Satellite tracking continues.
so there. You heard it without the echo. All right. And what's this scuttlebutt going on here that where'd it go? You didn't get show notes? I did send out some show notes on some of them, but there's no way you can order in 10 seconds. It never happened. So, but I did send out some show notes. But why would anybody want crumpled up show notes? And the NFT thing, thank God no one ever ordered 66 mugs because I don't even know how to make an NFT. So there's that. But if someone ever did, I'll make an NFT somehow. Why isn't there why isn't the teddy bear a panda? I don't know. How'd we get into that conversation, JP? The panda conversation. So, and I showed everyone that owl I sent you today or yesterday. So, okay. Where are we at here? And if you are missing show notes, write me. I'll send you some show notes. Okay. So, my goodness, why would you want to crumple a piece of paper of scribbled nonsense? The CIA wants them for, for the trial. So, okay, what's next? Where are we at here? Okay. Let's go back to clickety click here. And that was a good show the other day, JT. I cut the end and then rewatched it. I like your Bible studies. I used to do Bible studies quite a bit every Sunday with Stephen, and he's not doing YouTube right now. So I don't know. One of these days, maybe I'll do it again. We used to just break down a chapter, and had a good time doing it. So yeah, I would encourage anyone that wants to do those. The more, the merrier. Those are great Bible studies. So. Okay. So where are we at here? Where are we at? Okay. And I'll do one with you if you ever want to. I'm afraid you know way more than I do, but I would love to do one with you if you ever have the time. We'll figure that out. So yeah. Humana. I'm not sure why, but yes. Okay. And I don't know, you broke your mug. Oh, I get it. It's a yoke. I get it. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna get lost in the chat. I gotta get back into the show. All right. Well, you have your people call my people, so we'll do that. That'd be fun. We'll have to do it. Yeah. Oh, that's cool that you had a Bible study in real life. That's wonderful. Yeah, we do a few, just our family, my wife and one of her sons. We haven't done one in a while though. So yeah. Okay. Let's see. Clickety click. Go here. Share audio. Go over here. Okay. So yeah, all that because I saw the word China. So no one can say it better than Trump. What's that? Isn't this one something? Look what Trump does to women. So that's Hillary before, Hillary after. and Kamala, however you say it. And did anybody see this? I thought this was a fake video first. I mean, there's a lot of fakes of it now, but she really came out looking like this. Like she was hung over from a bender, all night bender or something. Like this is how they dolled her up when she was running for office. And this is how she looked like just a few days ago. And the lighting was terrible. I mean, she's a mess. It's ridiculous. Then there's thousands of memes. Most of them she's drinking Hennessy and smoking cigarettes like a chain smoker. I did like this one that said wheels on a shopping cart are like this, right? Isn't that true? I like that one a lot. So yeah, that's wild. They really, and it's fun to watch how they play these characters out. Now she's destitute. She's still the vice president of the most powerful country in the world supposedly, and yet what? Oh, all right, Ryan. She might make an appearance if I can catch her. She's somewhere around here. But yeah, like they're making her just look ridiculous now. She's still in power, and she acts like she's gone. She was gone before the election. Like she was one of the most non-existent vice presidents. Most people didn't even know who she was. And then all of a sudden, she was the golden child, and they booted out Biden, who I'm really gonna miss, and put her in. And then she lost, of course, because you couldn't not turn on a TV or anything without seeing her, an ad for her or whatever. And now look at her. Oh, is she down there? All right. Okay, well, if you grab her, Ryan would love to see her. So, well, he's in here bitching about it. Wait, did I say that on air? Okay, what's next? Come on, this is funny. The fact that someone did that. That's funny. You see that one, hon? That's hilarious.
Oh.
The Obamas. Oh, shoot. And if Void's still here, Void, to check that one out, just so you know. Okay, what's next? Percentage of millionaires in the United States is 1%, and Congress is 50%. Isn't that an interesting statistic? Right? Yeah, the Mason Melt said that was Big Mike, in case you weren't sure, Jeannie. That's Big Mike. Big Mike. Excuse me. Can't get rid of this cough. So, just so you know, this is here's your Secretary of Treasury, your Attorney General, Secretary of Homeland Security, Director of National Intelligence, White House Chief of Staff, Director of CIA, Office of Technology Policy, Secretary of Political Affairs, Deputy Secretary of State, and Secretary of State. And they have a lot in common, I guess. So, just saying. All right, we have to stop that nonsense, especially because I don't want to mess with YouTube. But look who's here.
I got a prettier up.
You got a prettier up? Why does she have shit all over her face from being around? It's like, get him, everyone. Get him, Sarah. Get that one. And that one. Get that one. Got him? Oh, yeah. Where have you been? You got stuff all over your face. Where have you been? They want to see you fight karate, and you don't fight anymore. Look at that. She won't even fight me here. Come on. Nothing. All right. They just don't. They want to know why your camera's shy. What's that? Yeah, see, she's gotten too big for this show. That's what she just told me. Fine. Go ahead. There she goes. All right. That was your few minutes of Sarah. Hopefully Ryan is still in here. He probably will have to go get something to eat. Okay. Oh, hey, yeah, boy, right? See? Okay. Yeah, it does speak volumes. And maybe that, you're right, JT, it might even be higher than 50%. Just saying. Yeah, so anyways. All right, what's next? And Joy says it's probably all of them. You're probably right. You're probably right. Yeah. Isn't that interesting? They're all dual citizens. So, yeah. So, all right. What's next? Okay. Oh, y'all like Sarah? There you go, Ryan. See? That was for you. She made an appearance for you. Jeannie forced her up here. So, yeah, she is very regal. That's what she was doing outside. She was protecting us from monsters. So, yeah. Hey, I know that was fast, but at least you had it, you know? It could be worse. I know there's no more tacos and kisses. I'll have to do a video eventually. They're just hard to do. It takes a lot of work, and I haven't had the time lately. So, okay. So, is that it? Yeah, the other 50% will be millionaires before they leave. Yeah. And you watch the presidents go in, and then they come out millionaires, every one of them, too. God bless you, Melanie. 5 memberships, Jeannie. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you. Okay, let's see. What's next? Oh, she did it for the Sarah segment. Nice. So, all right. So let's see. And, well, that's funny. Yeah, I like that membership thing. It hits on so many levels. So thank you, Melanie. All right, what's next?
That's very.
Oh God, what's my buttons going? Sorry, everyone. Okay, what's next? Look, you knew this is the kind of show it is before you got here. At least if you didn't, you know by now. Because most of us are here for one reason and one reason only.
I got nowhere else to go. I got nowhere else to go.
The camera adds about 40 pounds, it looks like. So, okay, what's next? Let's see. Where do we go from here? Oh, Melanie is saying she has not gotten her soaps and conditioners. Hey, I've told, look it, I'm in charge of shipping and advertising. I will get on Silent Wife's case and get your soaps to pronto, Melanie. So thank you. And then the 1-2 punch. Look at Johnny just did it too, Jeannie. Yeah. God bless you both. Thank you, everyone that supports us. Thank you so much. And yeah, thank you, JT. I talked about that in the beginning, 4K. I mean, this coming from the guy, he shows up on YouTube and instantly has 25. But hey, you know, I'll take it where I can get it. And I've actually started to do, I'm going to try to do more on Twitter because I'm going to try to follow like what you do. There's things you can bring more people over to YouTube. And so that's my plan anyways. We'll see how I do. All right. So what's next? Yeah, Sarah is good for business. Good for business and karate. So, oh, hey, we have our first. Where did you go? Or at least the first one I saw. First person that's tardy.
I don't feel tardy. I don't feel tardy.
See, you got 2. I got 2 for being so late. You're like an hour and 15 into the show. You're late. So let's see where are we at here. Yeah, it's great. Thank you, Johnny. Yeah, it helps on, like I said, on so many levels. So you're gonna give me in a coughing fit, Jeannie. So okay. I say you're gonna get me in a coughing fit. Oh, that's too funny. Yep. Okay. And let's see. Let's go back into some of these tabs. Let's clear some of this out.
JD Vance wears eyeliner.
JD Vance wears eyeliner?
Yeah, someone was saying they look like you might be a female.
JD Vance eyeliner. You're gonna bring it up, we gotta look. All right, what do we got here? Okay. Clickety click. Go here.
He's very pretty.
Is he pretty? All right. Yeah. Wow. He does. That's interesting. Yeah, look at that one. I mean, I'm not nothing that's anything wrong with that. I just find it. What do we say, JT? I find a little sus. Look at that. They're showing that he looks prettier than Kamala. So yeah, that's okay. That was new for me. I didn't know that, but yeah, you can definitely see it. So, well, good for him. I don't know what to say about that other than good for him. He wears whose? Oh, lifts. Yeah, him and De Niro, right? So, have y'all seen that one? Man, that was funny. De Niro walking around. Robert. See these idols that we weren't supposed to have. God told us not to. We're actually getting to see them in their true form now, and it's fun. Let's see, lifts. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah. Yeah, if you haven't seen this, it's freaking great. Maybe it's Maybelline. How about JG said it's Guyliner? Yeah, maybe it's Maybelline. Yeah, just he says. Does he does his nails too? We didn't look at his nails. I don't know if they have pictures of that. So, yeah. Oh, now they're asking me to look at JD's. Go look at JD's. What? Oh, is that Vance? You mean? Go look at his wife. Okay, we'll do that next. Okay, and all right, what's next? Where were we? Okay. What was I typing in? Oh yeah, the Robert De Niro thing. Check this out. It's hilarious. Doodly doo, clickety click, here and here, here and here. Look at this. Look at these things. They're like Munster shoes. I'm not. Look at that. That's crazy. Look at it. And you think, okay, well, he's doing it for a movie here. No, this was just him walking around by his house or the street. That was just him. He wears them everywhere. See, this isn't a movie. It's coming out of a store. It's hilarious. So there's that. Anyways, just thought that was pretty funny. Oh, okay. Let's do that. Let's see. JD Vance wife. Okay. And let's bring that up. See what that looks like. Go clickety click here. This is fun. I'm getting ideas from the chat. It's my version of a call-in because I don't know how to do call-ins yet. Well, I don't know. Is Jen still here? Let's start off. I see very broad, straight cross shoulders, like a linebacker. I see definitely a pretty strong neck and Adam's apple possibly going on there. Some large hands. I don't know. Yeah, collarbone is straight. Yeah, there's definitely some decent size neck. Look at that. Come on. If Adam had an apple, that's it right there. Right? And then, of course, I always have this. Like, they just went to someone else's hospital room, grabbed a baby, took a picture. So, I don't know. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying, like, other things, it's sus. Look at that. Yeah. I mean, some of them are more obvious than others. Like if you do Vanessa Williams, I was just seeing her again today. Her No, not Vanessa Williams. What's it? The tennis player. What's her name? Serena. There we go.
No.
What?
Could do her though.
Now would be yeah. Look at that. This woman dominated ladies tennis for years. Come on. It's like a South Park episode that never ends, right? She's just very fit. Could roids do that? Maybe, but I don't know. Have you ever seen a woman on roids do this? I don't know. Oh, you want me to do Billie Jean King? that one seemed too obvious at the time when I was a kid growing up. I was questioning that. Is that funny? Even before I knew that they did this, Billie Jean King. This is fun. I feel like I'm on Jen's show. Look at that one, honey. You see that? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Billie Jean. Bill. Doing great. Man, there's some muscular legs on Billy. So there you go. Right? The real obvious ones. Glenn Close. And then there's let's do Big Mike. And this one, according to who's that comedian? Joan Rivers. She's the one that told everyone that she's not who she says she is. You know what? I'll tell you what. I'll get a better one. This is the one that convinced a family member that thought everything I was saying was kind of silly and crazy. And then I showed him this. And let's see if I can find the correct one here. Clickety click. Let's see. Get rid of the voices. And we'll go into here. Okay. Let's see if I can find it. Bear with me. So, where is it? It's not totally silent. I'm still talking a little bit. I'm looking for something. And when I see it, I'll know it. Let's see. So where is it? It's got to be right around here. I have to watch the whole dance move. Come on. It's got to be right here. Why am I not seeing this? All right, people, hang on. It'll be worth it if I can find the right video here. Oh, there we go. I saw it. Okay. So we'll go here, and we'll go here, and we'll go here, and click here, and here, and here, and here. Y'all seen this? And we're going to slow this down so you get a really good shot of this. Let's put it to 5. And I kind of want you to focus your area, no offense, right here on Michelle's pants. Here we go. Any second now. It's somewhere here. There. Anybody else see that? I'll make it even slower if I can. What? It's enough? I'll say when it's enough. Boom. There's one. I think I see both of them. There they are again. You can find this video for yourself and make your own decisions. But I definitely see a lot of Big Mike there, just saying. And I call her Big Mike because that's what Obama calls her. He calls her as Michael. And he said it multiple times. You can look that up too. Okay, I think we're off on a tangent here. Way too long on this. Let's get off of this. How about this one?
Nobody cares about Ellen.
No. What's going on with Ellen? Didn't she just like vanish or something? I think she's just like, she's going to another country or something. I don't know. Did you all know that the largest export in Israel is diamonds?
The genocide in Congo, the apartheid in South Africa, and exploitation of Africa as a whole is linked with Israel. Israel's largest export is diamond.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold up. Israel's largest export is diamonds? One thing we should all be in the habit of doing a little more often is using this little supercomputer you have in your hand to double check crazy things when you hear them on the internet. Because we both know that there are no diamond mines in Israel. So I looked it up. And now we both know that, yeah, holy shit. Israel's biggest export are diamonds, even though they don't have any diamonds. Better stop this video before I say something.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? Your country's #1 export, you don't even have in your country. I wonder how that works. Exactly. All right. And this, I don't know if you've seen these, Jen. We've covered we should do another show about the empty cities in China. There's entire cities that are sitting empty. But in addition to that, there's these mansions. I don't know why we have this music. All these empty mansions. Like, what's going on there? Seems really odd. They're just sitting there empty. Like, what happened? So, another rabbit hole to look into. There's so many, but I don't know if we've looked at that one before. We need to look into that. Okay, and then this one definitely made me think that this whole thing was a lie. Italians saw that and then moved to New Jersey. Where's my guy? He had a thing. But yeah, isn't that funny? Why would you? Why would you leave and then go to New Jersey? Anyways, but did you know they found out that most of, if not all, probably, of the mafia, the actual real mafia, they come from a different country than not necessarily Italy. Just saying, they wear a different hat than the Italians. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, look up.
That really good.
I did?
Yeah.
I channeled my inner
Yeah.
my inner Jay. Thank you. Oy vey. We're the mafia. We're here to help. And Pants On's a fan. Thank you, Pants On. I can't keep it up. So yeah, isn't that something? Okay. And Jen, have you seen this one? They say these tunnels were dug up by, I can't even say it with a straight face, a giant ground sloth that lived 10,000 years ago in Brazil. This was dug out by a gigantic sloth. That's what we're going to believe. And they prove it. You know how? The scratch marks on this side. See that? Known since the 1930s, these structures were first attributed to early humans. Until 2010, we got a new sign maker, and he decided, no, they were made by a gigantic sloth. And they probably created some fake museum piece, and now it's a tourist attraction to see where the giant sloth scratched this in. Yeah, I wish I was making this up. You're telling me these are sloth scratches? Yeah, these are sloth scratches. So what are these? Them practicing graphic arts? I mean, what is this? So there they are. See, I knew it wouldn't take them long to have a cartoon of it. So yeah, this is what researchers now think. Again, a theory. So they found this tunnel, and they found these scratches, including the ones that look like some kind of graphic design. and said, "Oh, I know what did it. That guy." It's freaking great. Just wonderful. All right. And then here you go, more fake bones. I guarantee you they did not have the bones to this. They probably found like an arm bone to like a deer and then created this narrative in this bone skeleton. So there you go. You can't get more real than that. See, this is how they fought him. Oh my gosh. AI is running this world and we don't even realize it. I mean, these stories are ridiculous. They're just ridiculous. I once got into an argument with someone about this, but more and more evidence is coming out about pyramids being batteries.
Unfiltered scientific proof for what the pyramids were really built for. This is what a real Egyptian tomb looks like, and this is the biggest tomb in the world, the Great Pyramid of Giza. The closer you look, the more you realize this pyramid was definitely not made for burying the dead, because the materials they used to build it are exactly what we'd use today to create an electric current. Giza used to be covered with bright white casing stones that were virtually airtight, made out of polished limestone brought from Tura, a quarry 500 miles away. Oh, they just wanted the pyramids to look all nice and white and cute, right? So much that they were willing to drag stones the length of Florida away to do so, for the aesthetic. This special limestone from Tura happens to have less magnesium in it than regular limestone, making it an ideal insulator of electricity, as well as perfect for reflecting sunlight to keep the inside cool. The interior chambers of the pyramid were built with rose granite containing 85% quartz, which is piezoelectric, meaning it produces a small electric charge when moved or squeezed, the same quartz that's used to power a watch battery or a barbecue lighter.
Isn't that interesting? So even way back then, they were figuring out all this stuff that we're using now in, quote, modern technology. So, there's that.
Granite also ionizes the air inside the chambers, which further increases the conductivity of electricity. On top of being sourced from Aswan, another quarry hundreds of miles away, the granite slabs inside Giza have these weird structural designs to them that don't exactly look good and are just incredibly difficult to make. Why on earth would you build a roof like this that just makes the job 10 times harder using 80-ton stone blocks from hundreds of miles away that you can't even see from inside the chamber when it's done? Historians will tell you they were relieving chambers, meant to keep the room from collapsing from the great weight of the pyramid overhead, even though the chambers below had no such relief.
Yeah, so as you keep diving into this, the narratives, they just break down. They don't make any sense. Yeah, that's why we know now that why we question everything, because they lied to us about everything. And according to 16 Alpha Genie, the pyramids were built by the giant sloth. Freaking great. I love this chat. That'll be the next narrative. But you need a new sign maker on Giza, which, if you missed the beginning of the show, Giza now has, well, not including the bottom, 8 sides, not 4. To me, that's a total Mandela effect, because now there's 8 sides, 9 if you count the bottom. But isn't that wild? So.
On the other hand, if you were somehow able to apply pressure to these chambers, you'd get an electric charge from the quartz. A lot of it. But electricity can't just exist if we want to utilize it for energy. It needs to get directed through something in order for us to make use of it, an electric current. Copper is often used in wires to do just that. And take a wild guess what a remote camera revealed in the pyramid's narrow shafts just a few years back. 2 copper handles embedded into the stone at the end of the shaft.
What are those for? Was it to carry that one stone?
The only metal to have ever been confirmed in Giza, as well as a set of what appear to be instructions that looks like a wiring diagram painted on the side of the shaft, to which modern Egyptologists claim these handles were used with ropes to pull jars up the shaft. They're just getting desperate at this point. These shafts really have no confirmed purpose. They're commonly referred to as air vents, but some of them don't even lead to the outside. In 2013, former Egyptian Antiquities Minister Zahi Hawass.
Well, you can. I'll put this in the chat. It's a fascinating video. It's like 6.5 minutes, so I don't want to play his whole thing here. But definitely check it out, because it really does a good breakdown on basically what I think is they were ways to store or convert energy in some way, and that makes a lot more sense than the narratives that they tell us about. Them being what do you call it? Tombs made by giant sloths. Yeah, doesn't make any sense. Okay, so where are we at? Let's see. Over on Rumble, Julio Lua says, I've noticed they've been pushing evolutionary prehistoric narrative lately. Oh, so that's not a good comeback, I guess, huh? So interesting. Why am I not seeing my Rumble comments over here? Well, I'll just keep looking. Okay, let's see. What's next? There's a lot of people that have been getting sick, myself included, and little whiskey. I like the remedy. That's a funny remedy, Mark. Why not? So yeah, okay. God bless. So yeah. So let's see. What are we doing here? And I see, of course, Melanie in the chat trying to get noticed.
Can you guys hear me?
Okay, what's next? Oh, and this might be the greatest invention of all time, at least in my lifetime that I've seen, and that would be this gentleman's everlasting burrito. Yeah, I think it works perfect. Right? That's fantastic. Okay. No, you don't like it? No likey. I like it. I'm just having coffee, Mark, but I'll cheers you with coffee over your remedy for cold. My wife usually makes me this horrible drink. She's gonna make me one as soon as the show's over. It's apple cider vinegar, hot water, a little honey, and is that it? Is that everything? Yeah, you're getting some of Trisha Clark. Oh, and like a roofie, I guess, to knock me out. No, Trisha Clark, Fireside. Oh yeah, Trisha Clark made us a Firesider. God bless you. So yeah, so. All right. What's next? And this one's pretty accurate. For those of you that have kids and Legos, man, that or grandkids even. See, I thought I was done with this, and now we have grandkids coming over, and not necessarily Legos, but little, I don't know, little cars or little animals or something. You don't see them, but your foot finds them. So it's like a zone to just go for it. But yeah. So I thought that was pretty good. What else do we have in here? A wise man once told his wife, nothing, because he was a wise man. and the silent wife agreed with that one. You're all for that one. Yeah, right? Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, I'm giving good advice. It's up to the public if they want to accept it or not. Let's see, you make that larger. There you go. In case you need to screenshot it to remember it. Keep it in your phone so you don't make that mistake. All right, what's next? I bet that suitcase is jam-packed. What do you think of that one? You like that one? Not so much? Oh, maybe she's... Is all right. She wasn't all that impressed with it. Okay. This show is jam-packed. How about that? Okay, what's next? What's the dumbest thing you did as a kid? I wished I was an adult. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that funny? You go through life and you're in grade school and you're like, oh, I can't handle it. And then you couldn't wait to get into junior high, and that was worse. That was actually probably one of the worst. And then you go to high school, and nothing could be more stressful than high school. And then you grow up and you actually have to like get a job and pay rent and a mortgage or something. And it just, you don't realize it when you're going up to 18 that's like the easiest it'll be the rest of your life. So, But we find lots of joy in this life. Just amazing. There's so much joy to be found. You just have to look for it. Yeah, back to cartoons. See, they use this cartoon to justify that cartoon. I think we're getting awfully close to some scary space news. So let me find that. And let's see, we'll go here. And let's see. I hope you're enjoying this show. Just know I know nothing.
There are no experts.
So there. What's next? Where should we go from here? Where should we go from here? Now that okay. Oh, I was looking for that guy. Here he is.
This week in scary space news.
So yeah, you're justifying. You use that cartoon to say that this is the real cartoon, and then I thought this one was really interesting, talking about because see, I believe in biblical Earth, and so does this gentleman that made this.
So you're in Genesis chapter 1. It says, "What is the firmament? It's a sea of glass,"
which contains the sun, moon, and stars, all of which move, not the earth. Above and below are waters. This isn't a conspiracy. If satellites were really in space, why would we need communication towers in the middle of the ocean? A compass only functions properly on a flat surface to differentiate between north, east, south, and west. Water always stays level and contained, with the Arctic Circle and Antarctica acting as barriers that hold the oceans in. The solid glass dome.
Now, my way of thinking is not, this is more like that clock app from the Flat Earth Freemasons. I don't agree with that. I believe that the firmament, because there's waters above and below, that's where you get your ball, you want to say B-A-A-L, you get your ball Earth, is the firmament is all the way around. And so we live on a living space in the middle, and the top areas are the heavens, and the bottom areas shale and whatever else is going on down there. But it has to be a complete circle, not a half dome like the Freemasons want to believe, make you believe. And so what you have to understand then is the sun and the moon don't just swing around like a clock, like in the app. They go all the way around somehow. Of course, I don't know for certain because none of us do. Everybody has their own theory. Nobody will ever know unless, once we leave here or God shows it to you. But it has to go all the way around. If the stars, the sun and the moon are attached to the firmament, and the firmament goes all the way around, it only makes sense that somehow they make a trip on other areas through portals, like it's described in Enoch or something. I don't know, but they're going there to quote prove themselves with these 24-hour suns. It's such a joke, and it's sad because those are the people that trap you when you start to wake up and realize you don't live on a flying space ball. They trap you in that group, and the same people that are trying to tell you they're the leaders of that group. You got the one guy, he bought a gyroscope to prove flat Earth, and he proved ball Earth. And then you got the other guy that did a laser experiment, and he proved ball Earth too. And then now you got the same idiots, or some of them, going to the Antarctica, and they're going to look for a 24-hour sun, and they're going to end. Oh, sorry, I should use a biblical word, dumbass. Did you know that's in the Bible, dumbass? So you can now use that. It's no longer a curse, I guess. How about that, JT? Did you know dumbass was in the Bible? Hopefully he's still here. Well, I'll show you that before we leave. But yeah, those are the same ones that are going there and trying to prove and they're going to disprove it again. And they're going to make flat Earth look so ridiculous. But that's where everyone falls into when you wake up and you realize you're not on a ball. That's why I like talking biblical Earth, God's Earth, because it's described as stationary. It's described as having pillars and a firmament all the way around. You can't keep water below you out if the firmament doesn't go all the way around. I mean, it's logic to me.
Dome or firmament keeps the air inside, creating a sealed, airtight environment. The Earth doesn't spin at millions of miles per hour like a ball. The sounds of thunder booms are produced when solid objects shift. Even world leaders know this truth, as shown by the flat Earth map on the UN logo. Once again, it's the sun, moon, and stars that rotate from east to west, not the earth. The people who taught you that the earth is a globe are fully aware of and believe in the flat, enclosed system we all live in.
So there. But again, it's not what I don't believe in this system. But I definitely don't believe a ball flying through space. So, how do they explain the time zones of the? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how this works. It's funny. Anybody that hasn't read the Bible, if you have trouble reading it, you can listen to it. I have Bible apps, and I do that instead of listening to music and stuff now. But read the book of Job, because he goes through all these tribulations, and his friends come over to consolidate with him, commiserate, and they all start telling him why it's happening to him and what he's done wrong. And at first he's listening to him, and then he gets angry with him. He's like, I didn't do any of that stuff. And he realizes they're all idiots. Meanwhile, his wife's over the corner going, kill yourself, kill yourself. Someone said this joke, and I've never forgotten. It's like, when Job's family, because his whole family dies, every member of his family dies, except his wife. And there's got to be someone going, hey, Satan, now you forgot his wife. It's like, no. I got a plan here. Let this play out, because she's horrible to him. She's horrible. And so then he gets mad at God. And so that's the best part of the book, is when God shows up and is like, gird up your loins and come talk to me. And anybody couldn't imagine how terrifying that would be. But Job's like, fine, I'm coming over there and give you a piece of my mind. And he starts to give him his piece of his mind. And God's like, just answer me these questions. Where were you when I created this and created that? And where does the wind go? And how does this work? And how does that work? And he realizes he doesn't know any of it. Like, we live on this planet and we have no idea how this stuff works. As the scientists, they don't know. It's fascinating that we sit here and try to explain to people. They have these events and they say how everything works. They don't know how shit works. They've never been there. They've never created it. They don't even know how to make their own iPhone that they use. They don't know. Most of them probably don't even know how to take care of a car, but they drive it every day. But this, they're going to tell you they know exactly how the sun and the moon work, and buy my app and it'll prove it to you. It's nonsense. And don't get caught up in it. If you do, it's just like the Trump movement, the Q movement, you got to get out of it. You got to keep on going. And the reason that they're trapped in there is because they refuse to acknowledge God. They refuse to acknowledge Jesus. They tell you not to read the Bible because that would take all their power away. Because once you break past that and you realize, wow, there's way bigger truths out here than where we live. That's part of the puzzle. But the main focus is the truth, and that's Jesus. I mean, it's plain and simple. Okay. And then I think Stephen sent me this. Humans have tilted the earth 31.5 inches, and here's how it'll affect us. I thought it was interesting that we didn't do it 33 degrees. But yeah, so somehow we've tilted the earth now. And I don't even know if they tell you how we did it. But good job, people, if you did this. Because it's supposed to affect us with the climate, how that works. I don't know, maybe it's because we built too many buildings or something. And all the research comes by NASA. So there's that. Let's see. I don't know. I don't see if it says how they did it. But in any case, so there you go. We did it. So, okay, what's next? And this was there's actually, I guess, a Twitter. I don't know if they're still around. I mean, he's Satan. He says he keep getting Christmas lists from dyslexic kids. That's pretty funny. Because look, and this one was. I thought we'd cover this again because it's been a while, but I like this gal. She writes, I played so many JRPGs that if I walked into this room, I'd fight the Pope, right? And then somebody said, maybe take out his 2 healers first. So, yeah. And if you don't know, the joke here is that's real. That's where the Pope speaks from. That's the supposed statue of Jesus rising up from a nuclear war. But when you look at it, I mean, I can't make it larger, but if you look at it, doesn't this look like a snake's head almost facing to the right? So that's supposed to be Jesus's hair and all this other demonic stuff that's behind this Pope. Yeah, there you go. That's a larger picture. Look at that. That's real. You can look it up. And yeah. And I'm not just knocking the Catholic religions. This one's just the easiest one. And the one you can still talk about. Like you can talk about the Catholics and you can talk about the Jays just a little bit, but not really. And Muslims you can't talk about at all. But interesting. So this is a low picked fruit, I guess is what they say. Because if you're not familiar with it, this is what the hall looks like on the outside, and this is what the hall looks like on the inside. See that statue's back here. And really, in the construction, no one said, huh, you know, I look at these plans and it sort of looks like a reptile head. Like, yeah, it's fine. No one will notice. No one will care. Yeah. So yeah, so there's that. Let's see. Where are we at here? Yeah, look at that hole. It's nuts. And you know, what's he got here? He's got the Knights Templar cross. He's got the pagan fish hat. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that represents this fish god, Dagon. I forget. But yeah, same. See? Same. And who is Dagon? He was the chief deity of the Philistines. And the worship of the pagan god dates back to 3rd millennial BC. I like they still use BC. According to ancient mythology, Dagon was who? The father of Baal. He was the fish god. Dag in Hebrew means fish. And he was represented as half man, half fish creature. And if you're not familiar who Baal is, he's the guy that's all over the country. This guy, Church of Satan. He's like a goat, half man, half woman. And they put him up all over. Like tell me we don't live in the short season of Satan. When these went up all over, you got this is Arkansas. I don't know. They had him at the White House. They're just all over. This is all Arkansas, I guess, but they're all over if you look. They were moving it around one year. It's ridiculous. Yeah, here you go, state capitol. I mean, tell me we don't live in Satan's short season. That they allow this to go on? Come on. Wake up, people. That's the only thing it can be. Yeah, see, there's your statues behind him. Anyways, enough of this. But, you know, look into this stuff. And you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked who runs the world. The Satanists and the witchcraft and stuff, they used to run them out of town on a rail, and now they just show themselves outwardly and no one cares because nobody knows the signs and the symbols to look for. So, all right, that's enough of that. And this was sent to me, and I was kind of shocked that Anthony Hopkins, because, you know, obviously he plays for the other side too. But where'd it go? Hang on, let me stop this. I gotta find that other one. Yeah, there we go. Share screen. Go here, clickety click, clickety click. And here, and here. See, I thought this was, I mean, I just like hearing him say it, but he didn't write this. It's a poem he's reciting. But, and I'll show you the ending because it cuts off on him.
Take my habit away.
Let's start at the beginning here.
I asked God to take my habit away. God said no.
It is not for me to take away, but for you to give it up. I asked God to grant me patience. God said no. Patience comes from enduring tribulations. It can't be granted. It must be earned. I asked God to give me happiness. God said no. I give you blessings every day, but happiness is up to you. I asked God to spare me pain. God said no. Suffering distances you from worldly cares and brings you closer to me. I asked God to make my soul grow. God said no. You must grow on your own, but I will guide you so you don't get lost. I asked for many things that I might enjoy in life. God said no. I gave you life so that you may enjoy all things. And then I asked God to help me love others as much as he loves me.
And that's where his ends. But the ending of the poem, which I think it's just a wonderful poem, is here. I asked God to help me love others as much as he loves me. And God said, finally you have the idea. So isn't that something? Because that's kind of one of those things people say, why do bad things happen to good people? This life, it's all about what we make out of it. And again, reading the book of Job, if you feel that you're getting an unfair slice of life, the person to talk to is God. Sit down with him and talk to him. That's what he's there for. And he'll answer you. You just have to put in the time, and you have to, as they say in that movie Fright Night, you have to have faith. You have to believe. Because if you go into this conversation thinking that it's nonsense and he doesn't exist, well, that's what you're going to get out of it. Because he reads your heart before anything. He knows what you're already thinking. So don't bother if you're not even going to try. And I highly recommend that you try. And you'll be amazed on how much joy that comes into your life. Because that's the thing. It's like the people that refuse to look at that side of this, the Bible and Jesus and the truth that way, they're going to be trapped with no savior. So that's why they cling to these people. They cling to Trump. They cling to Elon and RFK. They cling to them because those are the people they think is going to save them from the nonsense of the world. And they don't realize, or at least the cognitive dissonance, they just pretend to not see it. They're all part of the same machine that has kept us in this weird enslavement, crazy world our entire lives. So how do you fight that? Well, you can't fight it. You can't go to January 6th on anybody. It doesn't work. It's silly. But what you can do, you make that relationship with God through Jesus. And once you have that relationship, then you see it clearly. And then that comfort, that joy, all the things God promised from the Holy Spirit, you get it. And so, yeah, let's say, speaking for myself, do I get depressed? Absolutely. Do I get sick? Yes. Do I feel some things were unfair? Do I have heartbreaks? All that's true. But my level of comfort and joy in my heart, it's never been higher. I've never felt such peace than I have since I woke up to this. And that's why you have to push yourself and keep going and not get trapped. That's why my opening says I'm not affiliated with any club, community, fraternity, or gang. Your cat may vary, move. But that's why I don't want to be associated. I'm a child of God. And the only reason I'm here talking to you is God chose me to wake up my eyes. Just like he chose you. Anybody that's in this chat, you're here for a reason. I mean, we all know you're here because of this.
I got nowhere else to go.
But besides that, you're here for a reason. Because God chose you, whoever you are right now, and woke you up. And you're like, wait a minute. These lies of the world are ridiculous. This doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. That's a dude, that kind of stuff. The narratives are all breaking down. So why you and no one else in your family or no one else in your life? Why you? Well, that's where you have to make that decision and figure it out. For me, part of it, for me, is this. I was supposed to come up here and entertain people for a few hours every night.
Are you not entertained?
And in addition to that, put a little, well, like that drink that I tell you my wife makes, and I'm sure is going to be made before I'm done with the show. It goes down hard, but it helps. It works. And it's the same thing with the truth that I'm speaking here. I wasn't born and raised a Christian. The exact opposite. I was told not to read the Bible. I was told Jesus was just a prophet and don't even worry about it. And then I find out that was all a lie too. And how do I know that? Well, I know it because of my own experiences. But once again, Jesus went to the cross after being just destroyed physically. And the only thing that he was guilty, he could have got out of it. He just would have to renounce the fact that what he was saying was say it's all lies. But he wouldn't, because he can't. It was the truth. And the same with all his disciples that all found deaths of horrible ways. Any one of them could have got out of it, but they couldn't, because they couldn't deny the truth. That's it. It's so easy. So when you look at that and you go, wow, why did that guy go all the way to like getting head cut off or boiled in oil and stuff like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just say, hey, I was kidding. It was a lie. I don't believe it. It doesn't make sense. So then the other option is it's the truth, and they knew it, and I know it, and by God's grace, you'll know it too. So what do I have?
Boom, baby.
And this one. That one's like to Mr. C. I have a Mr. C in the chat if you're still here. So that's funny. All right. I think that's it. Kind of wrapping it up here. I don't really have much else. I covered that, got that. And if you're looking for that poem, it's called I Asked God. Just look it up and you'll find it. It's all over the internet. So, all right. Well, that's a 2-hour show from an exhausted man. Thank you all for being here tonight. It's always a pleasure to be able to sit and commiserate with you all for a. Oh wait, I missed something. No belt, pants on the ground. He did 5 memberships. God bless you. You guys and gals and couches, you're all wonderful. God bless you all. Thank you so much. All right, and let's see. I think that's all I have. Oh, thank you. It was a fabulous show. 111, yes. And that's exactly where I was going. I always make sure that we'll do that. So, and yes, God's always used people who are not perfect. And that's the other wonderful thing. Like if you think that you're not in a state to where you want to talk to God yet, that's not the case. He's already there in your life. You just don't know it, right? And he's known everything you've ever done. And how do I know that? Here's the way I see it. If God made me, these are his eyes that he can still see through, his ears that he can still listen through, speak through me, experience everything I do. We're all part in some way of the body of Christ. And so he knows you already. You don't have to wait to be a better person. He already loves you for who you are right now. He loved you. He knew you before you were born, and he loved you the moment you were born. And no matter what you did, yeah, maybe sometimes you made him sad. Maybe sometimes you made him cringe. I do that a lot, I'm sure. But he's not waiting for you to be a better person. Don't forget, Moses was used pretty spectacularly, and he murdered a dude. And there's other ones that were drunks. There was, it goes through the list. There's a whole list of like the issues with the people. I mean, look at Joseph's brothers. They like tried to murder him and then sold him from slavery, So we're all imperfect. That's part of this whole system that we're in. There was only one perfect person, Jesus, and they crucified him. The rest of us are just striving to get close to that. So thank you, Wojo. The payment for the bad jokes. I'll have to go back to the chat and read your bad jokes. So Okay. Oh, and you're welcome. I'm glad you liked my pictures of Thanksgiving. And all right. Patrick Roberts just showed up. Did you just show up, Patrick? You know what happens then? You're tardy. Do you feel tardy?
I don't feel tardy.
One of the first persons I've ever talked to in YouTube land. Cold Patrick Roberts. Good to see you. Is he cold? Oh, somebody get him a blanket. Why? What temperature is it there? Does he say? Yeah. All right. Okay. What's next? You missed the whole thing, John Smith? All right. 2 more hours. That's it. Just because John Smith's here. No.
Bullshit.
I'm done. Put a fork in me. Have enough maybe gas to do the prayer. And that's so let's see. Okay. What's next? Oh, good. You've been listening to the last hour. Okay. Let's see. Are we good? I think that's it. Okay, Jeannie, he says it's 10 degrees. Dear Lord, where are you? My goodness. Wow. Yeah, but we still had a 9, so, but still, that's pretty darn close. That's no bueno, as Steve would say. Yikes. So, yeah, this is the best crowd. I just love this chat. That's part of the reason I haven't just hung up yet, because I like talking to you all. So, thank you, Crazy John. He's crazy. Okay. And what's that? Ella. And Ella said 1 Celsius. Oh, Celsius, maybe? Yeah. And he's in Wisconsin. So there you go. Yeah. End it with dancing chickens. Do I have dancing chickens? Oh, I used to do chicken talk. I haven't done videos in a while. They're really hard to produce, so I'll work on it. I'll try. Okay. And thank you. I plan on it. So, yeah. Sure. Okay. Whatever. I can't. I don't have it in me another hour. So, okay. Oh, and you're going to take care of all the tardy people? Okay, good. What is this? What scripture do I read when scared? That's interesting. I'll have to think on that, but I would immediately just kind of think, if you look at Psalms or Proverbs, there's a lot of good kind of spiritual way thinking there, but I don't think I have any kind of like go-to one. Usually when I'm reading the Bible, I just pick a chapter to read that I reread, or something in my studies here or in my present life or whatever makes me look at a chapter or a verse, and I go from there, because it is the living word. It like talks to you, and but I don't have any like specific passage that I would use for that, but I will think about that one and try to have an answer for you, Jackie. And is that a cat? Nice. There's a cat. Okay. What's that? And my wife was suggesting Matthew and reading about the birth of Jesus. That's a pretty good one. I also, what I do like the whole time when John the Baptist is meeting Jesus and baptizing him and all that. I guess the Gospels are really fun. But yeah, because God does say in the Bible over and over, do not be afraid. He says, fear nothing, and put on the whole armor of God. That's a good one. That one's in Ephesians, I think. Yeah. That one's a good one. And yeah, Acts and Proverbs. Man, I don't know. I never understood it, and now I kind of understand why, but not really. The hate for Paul, who wrote so much of the last part of the Bible, but all of that's all great information, the letters and stuff that he has at the end of the Bible. It's great. So Yeah, Psalms, right? And then I don't know, we have to look that one up, but Joel 2:32, you can check that one out. So, okay. And it's let's see, we got, oh, there we go. Pants on's cool now. He really still is cool. Went up from 7 to 12. Man, people are having some really cold weather, Jeannie. 12 degrees. 30 for Jenny. So, okay. And oh, we want to read that one? Let me look. Okay, Joel 2:32. Let's check that out. Joel 2:32. Excuse me. That one says, oh, here, I can bring it up so you can look at it. Where are you at here? This one. Where'd it go? It's gone. That's me coughing. Shoot, I just had it. Oh, can you see that? There we go. And shall come to pass that whoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Lord hath said, and in the remnant who the Lord shall call. Now, that's a good one. That's a good one. So you can go there for sure. But yeah. And the other thing you can do too is, like, if you have one, you go online and look this up. I like KJV. That's really all I read. But you can type in like a word, say like fear, and it'll show you all the times, the word fear, and you can find where he says, fear nothing, basically, except God. And that the fear of God is where the beginning of wisdom starts. And the reason that he says that, again, it's not because he hates you, it's because he loves you. And I've said this before, like if you had a child and you ran out on the highway, they could get hurt or killed. And so you put the fear of God in them and tell them, don't do that. And so that's basically what he's telling you. He's telling you not to fear anything but him. He wants to teach you the right way to live your life with the most joy. What is this? If God is for you, who can be against you? Let's try that one. And then we should close out here. If God is for you, let's see. Where is it? Yeah, that's Romans 8:31. Right? We're back to Paul again. Clickety click. Let's see, here, and here. This one. What shall we then say to these things? If God be for us, who can be against us? So that's a good one. Because God also says, don't worry about the people that can destroy your body. Only he is the one that can take care of your body and spirit. And so if you have God, then you have nothing to fear. So yeah. All right. Did we get everything in there? I thought I got most of the questions that people were saying. We got more degrees. Okay. We'll end the show with telling what everyone's temperature it is. So we got 31 in Missouri. We got 32 in Alabama. We got 831 in Rome. No, I'm just kidding. 24 degrees wherever Red Storm is. G'day. And 35 in Massachusetts. And 22 in Indianapolis, which Panson says is very nipply. 32 in Alabama. Why do you have to say it that way? I always have to. I can't just say Alabama. I have to say Alabama. Let's say it in an Irish accent. I'll let Johnny do that. I don't know how to do that. Alabama. So, and all right. So is that it? I think I got everyone. Is that all the temperatures? I made your day. Aw. Let's see. That's why I'm here. Thank you very much. That makes my day. Okay. Oh wait, we got a few more. We got 30 Fahrenheit, Ontario, Canada, with supernatural Bible changes. Have you seen my video on Bible changes, Mandela? You should watch that if you haven't. It's on my channel. If you haven't seen that one. Let's see. We got, well, this one, I mean, get out the suntan lotion. This is 51 in Texas. Man, you're the warmest of everywhere, including here. Then we go back to crazy numbers, -9 in Ontario. That's insane. 26 in Michigan. And, oh, there you go. Look at Trisha Clark should go get some sunscreen on too. It's 67. So, and, you know, that's a question that we might not most likely ever have an answer for, just saying. It's freezing near Manitoulin Island, and it's 28 in Michigan, and it's 33. That seems a little sus, but yeah, in Rhode Island, it's 33 degrees. The 33rd degree. Okay. And -5 in Maine. Good Lord. I'm definitely not complaining tonight about being 34 out here. It's crazy. -4 in Huntsville. Geez. Then, of course, Olive got to jump in there from Florida. Well, it's 61. And we know it's 33 where you are everywhere, Melanie. Yeah, 61 for Florida actually is cold. Yeah. So, and then 24 in Michigan. And okay, is that everyone? Everyone's clocked in. All right. Okay. Oh, wait, what we got here? Ken Raz, 24 in West Virginia. Mountain Mama, take me home. Country Road. See, there's certain triggers. You're making me laugh. Stop it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes, take me home. That's enough. What does that mean, Mountain Mama? What the heck? Mountain Mama. And him crashing his plane into a side of a mountain seems real sus too. I don't know. Okay. All right. Is that it? I think we got everything. 68 Anaheim, California. Yeah. Okay, braggart. Okay. Let's see. We all good here? Crazy John says it's 46 in Austin, but that's cold, I guess, for them. So, all right. I think we're good. Okay. All right. God bless you all. Thank you for being here. I've had fun. I laughed a lot with you all. My chat is hilarious. They're very loving, and I do appreciate all the support and monetary, and also through memberships and the Patreons and the different ways that people supported, and also the soap sales and things. So thank you all. All that helps pay these bills, and it means a lot to us that you come here and just hang out. And so if you feel that I touched on something you want me to talk about more, or I didn't, please write me a letter, ceilingfanman2020@gmail.com, or do it through snail mail, and the links are in the descriptions on how to do that too. And so as we leave in part tonight, I just ask, may God watch over all of us that are here right now or showing up later, listening to the sound of my voice. Please, God, continue to guide us through these times and fill our hearts with joy and love, and take away the fear as you promise, and send the Comforter, the Holy Spirit, to allow us to see the world, even through all the nonsense and craziness and scariness that is coming our way, and to see it clearly that there's so much joy and blessings around. And you've given us the blessings. We have to make the decision to use them and to see the joy in life, and to continue to use that as a beacon to show others who have not yet found this love that we feel when we find out that you're real and you're with us all the time. And may you open up more hearts and minds and eyes tonight as people are starting to realize that there's so many lies in the world, and it's so hard to find truth. And once you start realizing this and you're searching for truth, I pray that they find the truth, as I have found in others, the truth, the way, and the life through Jesus Christ. And we thank you, God, and continue to watch over us and protect us from evil, and bind and cast away all evil and demonic devices sent towards us, and continue to help us and heal us. With faith we pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay. All right. So I hope that did it. And then as Panson reminds everyone, he says this with a knife in his leg.
Class is dismissed.
All right. So I hope everyone was entertained. I hope you had a good time. I hope you learned a few things. And please look into these things specifically. Find out your own relationship with God. All you have to do is ask. He's just waiting for you to sit down with him. And it's a wonderful thing, and nothing to be afraid of, and nothing to run from. It's a beautiful thing when you make it. And yeah, so that's all I have. So thank you all for being here. God willing, let's do this again soon, next Friday for sure. And thank you once again. You all make this show possible. And 4,000 subscribers, whoop, whoop. And let's continue to grow and learn from each other with love and joy in our hearts. All right. Good night. God bless you.
I'm the satellite.
500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat.
Satellite transfer complete.